Good morning, good morning.
That is saying,
Nyamiadum. I'm so I'm doing very well.
Nyamiaduma, Ghana Man Fair no, Airbus 27th. Our the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair national a bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana yeduane a yedie empabua entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall eye Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no and akabuma ye de Ghana Man Fair enso e de ebaso. Na fair na se medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempabua yentare ohwe kofinata de ehye a Ghana ya na ye pam no upe bia nyina no ba fe na se a onsabetimi akabi enso na afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana Man fe na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa oton nyina no akonya na ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so obefra number yi 0244 729-510. Open enquiries bia na wafre na one number no enso edi.
Good morning, good morning.
That is saying,
Nyamiadum. So I'm doing very well.
Nyamiaduma, Ghana Man Fair no, Airbus 27th. Our the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair national a bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana yeduane a yedie empabua entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fe na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall eye Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no and akabuma ye de Ghana Man Fair enso e de ebaso. Na fair na se medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempabua yentare ohwe kofinata de ehye a Ghana ya na ye pam no upe bia nyina no ba fe na se a onsabetimi akabi enso na afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana Man Fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa oton nyina no akonya na ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so obefra number yi 0244 729-510. Open enquiries bia na wafre na one number no enso edi.
Good morning, good morning.
That is saying,
Nyamiadum. So I'm doing very well.
Nyamiaduma, Ghana Man Fair no, Airbus 27th. Our the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair national a bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana yeduane a yedie empabua entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fe na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall eye Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no and akabuma ye de Ghana Man Fair enso e de ebaso. Na fair na se medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempabua yentare ohwe kofinata de ehye a Ghana ya na ye pam no upe bia nyina no ba fe na se a onsabetimi akabi enso na afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana Man Fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa oton nyina no akonya na ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so obefra number yi 0244 729-510. Open enquiries bia na wafre na one number no enso edi.
Good morning, good morning.
That is saying,
Nyamiadum. So I'm doing very well.
Nyamiaduma, Ghana Man Fair no, Airbus 27th. Our the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair national a bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana yeduane a yedie empabua entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fe na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall eye Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no and akabuma ye de Ghana Man Fair enso e de ebaso. Na fair na se medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempabwa yentawe ohwe kofinata de ehye ne Ghana ya ana ye pamano ope bia nyina no ba fe na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fe na se ayade a 2070 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani bachi mo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi amount enti de obeyan so obefre number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa fre na one number no enso edi.
Good morning, good morning.
That is saying
Nyame adom. I'm kwani ahode wo. So I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana yeduane ayedie empaboa entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma yede Ghana man say enso ede ebaso na fair no say medical chiri no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe kofinata de ehye ne Ghana ya ana ye pamano ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2070 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani bachi mo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi amount enti de obeyan so obefre number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa fre na one number no enso edi.
Good morning, good morning.
That is saying
Nyame adom. I'm kwani ahode wo. So I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana yeduane ayedie empaboa entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma yede Ghana man say enso ede ebaso na fair no say medical chiri no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe kofinata de ehye ne Ghana ya ana ye pamano ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2070 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani bachi mo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi amount enti de obeyan so obefre number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa fre na one number no enso edi.
Good morning, good morning.
That is saying
Nyame adom. I'm kwani ahode wo. So I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana yeduane ayedie empaboa entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma yede Ghana man say enso ede ebaso na fair no say medical chiri no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe kofinata de ehye ne Ghana ya ana ye pamano ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2070 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani bachi mo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi amount enti de obeyan so obefre number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa fre na one number no enso edi.
Good morning, good morning.
That is saying
Nyame adom. I'm quite so I'm doing very well.
Ghana Man Fair no Ebaso 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana ye duane a yedie empaboa entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no na akabuma ye de Ghana Man Fair and so at the Ebaso. Na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempabwa yentare ohwe kofi nata de ehye a Ghana ya na ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi enso na afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana Man Fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani bachi mo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi amount enti de obeyan so obefre number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa fe na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom I'm quite so I'm doing very well.
Ghana Man Fair no Ebaso 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana ye duane a yedie empaboa. Ene ukwada midweek edition of Nhyira Guitar Passports. Na yabobo no agudemu nsam edini na de bemo awo dwumadie no so join live. Our YouTube Nhyira TV na how there ohwe dwumadie na osan etiene live obetimi do message no nso aba na yakenkan edi ama UEFA Champions League anna as say your teams are amo quarter finals and your teams nso a amo so etimi film based on anna games na your boy no and never sound to us na fe the other four nso betimi akoka 4 na anna Omina qualification omo at the common yebafia CAF decision. In fact, CAF appeals board no omo decision on none other AFCON na boy on the 18th of January 2026. Not just exactly 2 months and then edna yebo AFCON final ni ya yakane omo from Senegal as the champions. Na yene ni nsema odwa esi awo aye final no mu ano ana CAF appeals board no akotena se no so the decision aso timi adiabani na no ansemo haati for yebedi san komani nyina no awo aye dwumadie ni so enti phone ya no so fo bi ka che ne se Nhyira Passports ya tena se a yede agudemu nsam no and so at the eba good morning, thank you very much for choosing Nhyira Passports and the anopay na etie for na the tennis say UEFA Champions League as they are 16 na second leg na and your chance your boy Chelsea at fie on from Montana your boy no game we no just Paris Saint-Germain asa to ma be show me coming sa omo enti antinti o de koka first leg no ho a 8-2 and Paris Saint-Germain at Chelsea at the film Samsung and Man City and so try it ya no mo so me Montana omo so tifie ma Real Madrid e be twa me coming Emma Man City ati kano eye baako a almost 5-1 Real Madrid ayomo e de film Arsenal ase Bayer Leverkusen na kamienu Emma Bayer Leverkusen amo entimi anteke na baako kro almost in the first leg no amo ball 1-1 and into the Arsenal and 3-1 and so come and Sporting CP adia anza na obia ansheda anjene ho se betimi asino and Sporting CP and so man is here. I'm a cheating from the Bodo Grant, Etchomeka Poly Edum, and my Bodo Grant for no one to Canabacocra. In the first leg of the Bodo Frono, I'm a Shamiansa. So, Cecilia Sporting CP, a Bodo Grant and so Frima. And also some no Barcelona, Babon Newcastle, now for Liverpool, Abo Aya Galatasaray, Dominic, and Atlanta Babo, na Toria Moswe, and so Hotitima. Ya from say Atletico Madrid ani nano eye UEFA Champions League games a ebaso eye edena ye bafia say na me di kate ho ade a chem no CAF appeals board no almost Senegal AFCON trophy at the moment no deserve enti yanyin free omonsam na yemfa enkoma ayomaya ye from say Morocco na at the frontier a peace board no ese yanji trophy no emfa free Senegal for some somebody yabo final na no at a point Senegal for yes that decision a referee take so a penalty at the tiom no omni referee no adwa anya nti game no enya de ometumi ato so na amabo game no and so at the Amaya from Senegal at a point to crown it took Sadio Mane and now a coffee players in Abamusaba Ayago Palmas and our peace board must say Sanya Mana Senegal for no a year no and AFCON near Cobono and Ram Yen a Bobria social article 84 a number and Senegal for no Omo F40 a year given now among so born to make us say Ayadia Omo Ama a Morocco 3 goals omo ena omo and so after boy no ye di trophy no and so de ma eno ana ko fan sem bebre e dia ba na say ensa no ba say a so ko kan bra so na so de ho sem ni na no and so esikoba Senegal for de omo no ko cast na amako siki aye redress and so ni nyina na won sem ha yakoba na abedi san komuni ni na no etimi adi amamo zesa manimo Midweek edition of Nhyira Digital Passports at for ya Tennessee. You didn't know the minimum. I just a garbage ram garbage the phone. I said you may DNA see Eddie am I.
A musu garlic bitters mamu
entire if I be bia Ghana oba fenasia on sabitimi akabi awo ye dwumade no awo the Kumasi City mo Nhyira FM edna ye Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and industry Kumasi branch no and akabuma ye de Ghana man say and so at the ebaso na fairness say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana say Ghana ye mpaboa ye ntaawe ofe kofi na tade ye hye ne Ghana ya and aye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fairness ya on sabetimi akabi and so and afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fairness ayade a 2017 ya no and the Jumadi and Ashes on the 29th. Inti, you be yan say, also do any bet more. Wow, to any war person Tony Nano, I couldn't know at the amount. And the Dubayan so a friend number 0244 729 510. Open enquiries BR. Now a friend now on a number no and so at the
good morning.
That is saying,
Nyamiadum. I'm Kwanya Hodewo. So I'm doing very well.
And me aduma Ghana man fair no ebaso 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana ye duane a ye die empaboa entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a on sabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM. Edna ye Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and industry Kumasi branch no and akabuma ye de Ghana man say and so at the ebaso na fairness say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana say Ghana ye mpaboa ye ntaawe ofe kofi na tade ye hye ne Ghana ya and aye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fairness ya on sabetimi akabi and so and afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fairness ayade a 2017 ya no and the Jumadi no Ashes ne awie on the 29th. Inti the obeyan say also odu ani bachi mo ho wa woto any wa person Tony nyina no akonya na ho at the amount. Inti the obeyan so be friend number 0244 729 510. Open enquiries bia na wa friend na one number no enso adi.
Good morning.
That is saying
Nyamiadum. I'm Kwanya Hodewo. So I'm doing very well.
And me aduma Ghana man fair no ebaso 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana ye duane a ye die empaboa entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a on sabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM. Edna ye Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and industry Kumasi branch no and akabuma ye de Ghana man say and so at the ebaso na fairness say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe Kofi natade ye hye a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fe na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fe na se ayade a 2070 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so obefra number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa frɛ na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma yede Ghana man say enso ede ebaso na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe Kofi natade ye hye a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2070 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so obefra number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa frɛ na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma yede Ghana man say enso ede ebaso na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe Kofi natade ye hye a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2070 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so obefra number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa frɛ na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma yede Ghana man say enso ede ebaso na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe Kofi natade ye hye a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2070 ya no ene de dwumade no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so obefra number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa frɛ na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom I'm quite so I'm doing very well.
And me aduma Ghana Man Fair no Ebaso 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana ye duane a yedie empaboa entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no na akabuma ye de Ghana Man say enso de ebaso. Na fair no say medical chiri no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentare ohwe kofi natade ye hye ne Ghana ya na ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi enso na afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana Man fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se oso odu ani bachi mo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so obefre number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa fre na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom I'm quite so I'm doing very well.
And me aduma Ghana Man Fair no Ebaso 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana ye duane a yedie empaboa entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no na akabuma ye de Ghana Man say enso de ebaso. Na fair no say medical chiri mu no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentare ohwe kofi natade ye hye ne Ghana ya na ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi enso na afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana Man fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se oso odu ani bachi mo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so obefre number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa fre na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom I'm quite so I'm doing very well.
And me aduma Ghana Man Fair no Ebaso 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana ye duane a yedie empaboa entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no na akabuma ye de Ghana Man say enso de ebaso. Na fair no say medical chiri mu no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentare ohwe kofi natade ye hye ne Ghana ya na ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi enso na afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana Man fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se oso odu ani bachi mo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ewo ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so obefre number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa fre na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom I'm quite so I'm doing very well.
And me aduma Ghana Man Fair no Ebaso 27th. Awo the Kumasi City Mall. Na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho. Ghana ye duane a yedie empaboa entare. Ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM. Edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no na akabuma ye de Ghana Man say enso de ebaso. Na fair no say medical chiri mu no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentare ohwe kofi na tade ye hye ne a Ghana ya ana ye pam no upe bia nyina no ba fe na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fe na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so be friend number 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa friend na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma yede Ghana man say enso ede ebaso na fair no say medical chirimu no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe kofi na tade ye hye ne a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so be friend number 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa friend na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma yede Ghana man say enso ede ebaso na fair no say medical chirimu no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe kofi na tade ye hye ne a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so be friend number 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa friend na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma yede Ghana man say enso ede ebaso na fair no say medical chirimu no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe kofi na tade ye hye ne a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so be friend number 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa friend na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana Man Fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall eye Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma ye de Ghana Man Fair and so at the ebaso na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe kofinata de ehye a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana fe Ghana nom nyina no Ghana Man Fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so be friend number 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa friend na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana Man Fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall eye Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma ye de Ghana Man Fair and so at the ebaso na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe kofinata de ehye a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana fe Ghana nom nyina no Ghana Man Fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so be friend number 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa friend na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana Man Fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall eye Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma ye de Ghana Man Fair and so at the ebaso na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe kofinata de ehye a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi enso ana fe Ghana nom nyina no Ghana Man Fair na se ayade a 2017 ya no ene de dwumadi no ehye so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se onso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ho edi emaw enti de obeyan so be friend number 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wa friend na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana Man Fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsa betimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall eye Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no ana kabuma ye de Ghana Man Fair and so at the ebaso na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentawe ohwe kofinata de ehye a Ghana ya ana ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a unsabetimi akabi enso enafi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2017 ano ene de dwumadi no ehyehyɛ so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se oso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ɛwɔ hɔ edi ɛma wo enti de obeyan so obɛfrɛ number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wafrɛ na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no and akabuma yede Ghana man say and so at the ebaso na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentare ohwe kofi na tade ye hye ne Ghana ya na ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi and so and afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2017 ano ene de dwumadi no ehyehyɛ so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se oso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ɛwɔ hɔ edi ɛma wo enti de obeyan so obɛfrɛ number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wafrɛ na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no and akabuma yede Ghana man say and so at the ebaso na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentare ohwe kofi na tade ye hye ne Ghana ya na ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi and so and afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2017 ano ene de dwumadi no ehyehyɛ so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se oso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ɛwɔ hɔ edi ɛma wo enti de obeyan so obɛfrɛ number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wafrɛ na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
nyame adom me nkwani ahode wo so I'm doing very well.
Emi adoma Ghana man fair no eba so 27th awo the Kumasi City Mall na fair na se no bibia efa Ghana ho Ghana yeduane a yedie empaboa entare ifa bibia Ghana oba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi awo ye dwumadie no awo the Kumasi City Mall Nhyira FM edna yene Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kumasi branch no and akabuma yede Ghana man say and so at the ebaso na fair no say medical chimo no ope bibia Ghana se Ghana yempaboa yentare ohwe kofi na tade ye hye ne Ghana ya na ye pam no ope bia nyina no ba fair na se a onsabetimi akabi and so and afi Ghana nom nyina no Ghana man fair na se ayade a 2017 ano ene de dwumadi no ehyehyɛ so ne awie on the 29th nti de obeyan se oso odu ani ba chimo ho wa woto ene wa pesa woto ni nyina no akonya na ɛwɔ hɔ edi ɛma wo enti de obeyan so obɛfrɛ number yi 0244 729 510 open enquiries bia na wafrɛ na one number no enso edi.
Good morning.
That is saying
sa na ya Ghana manti yen celebrate ni ye pa afemu sha benu basa ene Ghana nkomo na afemu nto Ghana nyom muni Ghana aduane ene celebrate Ghana eat Ghana we Ghana na ma bibia enso enye kama enchisia hodo nyina so Ghana manti de emu aye de ye pa ye we ne sanso dia na me ka to se Franco Trading Enterprise aba the phone so ye kama pa dia wo no makwa fa edi aba aba no Nokia Samsung ana fe iPhones na quality ones no wo de aba smart TV ni nyina aba no Franco air conditioner won say air card the charge freezers no washing machine microwave blender other air generators wo de gas and electric soaps edi aba CCTV cameras na card ni nyina no eno Franco Trading Enterprise akate ana won say ka Ghana ba bi bebre wo nya ba Franco ho e man kwase adum say dia wo ko eduma Franco Trading Enterprise ejaba doors in chon ho ye bo ho afi challenge shop be ni omo wo de wani chemu old mekoba wo mo ni omo na ebo so emom edum wo mo ni ko clinic ana edianum hwe new kede tabe na boga Franco na face wetimi aba na wate woni amapa na omo so etimi abo ye pa no mesa wo de Franco Trading Enterprise ebe bi nkoma ewo so eye 0245316969 05013583 na when the Franco Trading Enterprise when you make any afufro nkaye pi na ena no pe no wo mu eso yasre crofama so ye kwa ye di update no na di eta wo chi sha wodo nyina so mayen kodi djuma kakraja ye mfa nsem ni bi mfa na yehudi ha ebesi akọ no pe mani menye happy kra menye happy my because enu ananiama enkoye kra enkofo na tie bimbi ani so bet dia ya nwanwa pa ebodo grimt boboko no abusia wonim se enu ada bodo grimt sporting cp echo mo so mo 5-0 wo bia wo mo ko no way wo mo ko bo 3-0 bodo grimt ema mantena emiensa woman to mount return encounter and can go friends about kwasa zantinum and ya demonti I have 5-3 on aggregate and a team and a dinner sporting CP and so I qualify womu abakosa moha me de bebro bepem and what else na boboko no at the band of follow course na wo so montra me no e bereti ese and a Declan Rice womu and nya 2 goals no and the man na boboko no 3-1 on aggregate womu so our team at the qualify over Leverkusen afa PSG aba Stanford Bridge na omo baya bridge no omo so ha ana traza homa na omo titi ni nyina ya ni tie na bridge ni gunzom kwabra ntena miensa ana nkrofo de ma Victor Valescalia enya first goal 6 minutes pepe and nkrofo na say 15 minute time Badi Bakola and nsu goal ya abate ya ti ane se mayulu wonu su de bakwa kan ntena miensa ana nkrofo de ma Chelsea wabra ya ntima je gra ya ngasi efie na busia kikani nyina boma eye 82 and nkrofo e de 82 de mbato eye baso na fo ade enye de 82 de ankanka basa asema badaja aja rozi na darumenti se de Chelsea 82 ana pia di fo de amaye eno waye ane ekọ Madrid game nsu ko itiat ekọ he ade kaka ane so Vinicius Junior 22 minutes pepe na first goal number was say pepe ana Tese Bernardo Silva before then krano na on the 20th minute ana Bernardo Silva edi red card after Vinicius Junior eba benya goal no yaboko ya Vini Junior asande bako aka ho ene enkofo bete Erling Haaland ana on the 45th minute no wonu so etimi enya goal bako edi emoma no krano under the 41 minute na Tese goal ni bae entabusia 2-1 eko adima Madrid on aggregate no woman so 5-1 na Tese ya dia mum Tese emusu papa na ena matches ho game Everton Barcelona ewa the new Spotify Cameroon 1-1 ana womode eko against Newcastle na Liverpool so eba be bo fie Anfield emoma de kabako esanse Galatasaray eso mu 1-0 and Tottenham Hotspur Atletico Madrid eso mu 5-2 woman so aba beti omo ho awo the new Tottenham Stadium ene ye dia eba afa Bayern Munich so ekoma Atlanta 6-1 ano mokta kobo no aye Munich efie na da me se ade no emu be yesiye pa ene ye dia etodwa awo dwumade so ene ano pa ye kete kakra e dia ma oni sua your number 1 account radio station now ma me ntwe ne kakra na me nkoba ne me kwabra onim se eba ni UEFA Champions League ya ye bo dia Pep Guardiola se walusu aye both leg ya bo first leg second second leg na ni nyina Pep Guardiola ya he no we ka ho a etoso 9 wonu obi ntan sane ntoto so sa se pa so wonu abo first game second game no asansa de enters 2014 and ABC in the UEFA knockout tie and semi final and atese and so esi yes omu home and away nyina afi quarter final and 2018 and so the same thing this year 2005 and the play of the same thing and among the Croya asanto so 2026 na that means commence Pep Guardiola there the game against Madrid do na there and yama ata eko edi chomo and again Liverpool and Bayern so ayabako Liverpool edi ayobu 2 times and afi Bayern ayabako na Madrid there wutimi say yana so moyo and so edi kwa and yankoba kakra ja etotwa ewo dumande so ene anopa ne yekatre kakra adema na Pep Guardiola ya kan wansemi wutimi say ono since wase koji job ase UEFA Champions League no wono abo matches do pa we coaches do a wabo UEFA Champions League matches at that time Pep Guardiola there na ya Carlo Ancelotti 218 matches and no so wabo Pep Guardiola na no da no ne Alex Kofi Ferguson and na ayape since there 191 aya matches na Pep Guardiola abo and tiwiasa fana nyina eba na matches as a coach wo manage team adiabo e UEFA Champions League one na etoso eye mienu miensa aya Alex Ferguson 190 Aston Villa abo 184 and of Jose Mourinho and so abo 160 and ti anoya dia total UEFA Champions League aya statistics ma and now no pay make take akra adama na Madrid boboko no aba say Champions League asie se pa so mo stand enko quarter final no wo makododo a we kan wa maku 15 ana Madrid boboko no and so qualify e dia wramo enti aba say UEFA competition na sani ata tembia yataka se UEFA competition eni Madrid ye no but o sabe pe ana nkoma no and so esitia and na pe ye ketre edi ama wanchesha hodo so na kwabena Sporting CP wo mo record no ma ye ni yesi se ufa UEFA Champions League no edi so pa na who was a European air competition. Na ebia will be other from Tenamiansa. Na obafie no obabe 10 no aye go so adoso pa no yesi Sporting CP omo atimi aye sade no amata se abom ye pa the last time tese ebisi e competition mi say no eno aye Manchester United anata se eno so yede omodi aye omo kwabna eno ye 1964 ateye pa eno aye Sporting CP kroya ana afi Bodo Glimt so no wo ma ba 2006 enti utimi se they say 2026 rather and to me say the Sporting CP for no and yama koye pa ade momo e we nti shawodo mo na yasisa Sporting CP quarter final of UEFA Champions League no kwabna ato 1983 ana teso mo qualify etwa ho ha dia ka bia de mo baba na eyi o mafrimani ento mo su emeki history eno aya dia eba e odumadi so atase ena no pe ye ka te kakra enso edi adawo na sa record na make one samse wo ba UEFA Champions League na knockout tie say obi as a part of 3 goals and over 10 no aye romantada no kwabna you see the first time obi esi no ateye pa eno aye 2003 2004 na eno ye Deportivo de la Colonia womo any AC Milan ana tese bo game UEFA eno so aye game atese ba so quarter final eno say no na tese omo down aye more than 3 goals omo e ba be say e ba titiri na mo so etimi de qualify Barcelona ni PSG and also 2016 2017-16 adia say na and also a run of 16 and atasa and also sa record no ebaya after AS Roma against Barcelona na and 2017-2018 and the quarter finals and after yena Liverpool and Barcelona 2018-2019 and the semi final the pato Bodo Glimt so no Sporting CP at the Ayomo 2025-2026 in the quarter battle run of 16 of UEFA Champions League inti sana nkobane esitia atasana no pe yakatre adi amana Vinicius Junior say wo kai man de for wo meka ebre bi na Ballon d'Or no yedi ma rodi na wo mo ni omo boy a wo mo se wono wadane akoda atese yamfa trophy bonso akeke yamfa mana ne wesu ama tese Man City fans eyi abrante ye hia anra anakwabna ono so te no ana ono so the same thing dia omoye di tie no no so ye the same thing dey ko bi sanse ka ate na ade wu yi omahia na no so da bi me nyi omahia omunim dada na anu asem no me kai omo se na no na wo mo so Rodri ade Ballon d'Or de afimi nsem no se ya na omoye di tie me ntise na me nso ma bo ntira me onu ne yi omafima return back payment time ana odi mo mtinya he entume wo de nsa twetwe de ni ate sa etre we bi a osum ente no aye dia Viriso Junior eno ada wo ye na no pay ye ka tere kakra e dia ma na owie no ode troso atese sisi de do mani me ye Bayern wo mani Bayern na bobo kwankro bia so Bayern na anom ni ombesi do se Bayern enya bo mu game ni ewie beto bi anim dada sta 6-1 de kwa na obesi de no atene enti o mu test o mani Bayern de besi ada we are see UEFA Champions League no pesa wodia which are best club na no ate no ase no which are na ate asana anu na test we ni abre so pesa also woji UEFA Champions League enti Bayern de anu ba gadindim gadem ani yankoba kakra so abrante no ade to Ghana owie ana ise ne eba recorder ewa UEFA Champions League ma for Brazilian players wo ma se goals do pa de ise no wutimi sa abrante no wa ba beto so mienu ene ma nyina ekwe de ama Viriso Junior already na test so 32 goals ana no ada wo ba be se 2 goals asanka ho and to 34 goals the only player was a goal to do ateno ewa UEFA Champions League ma wo ye Brazil ni ba no e Neymar ekwa 43 ana Viriso Junior ekwa 34 30 ekwa Edma Kaka ana for Rivaldo ekwa 27 Rodrigo Goes enso ekwa 26 Abraham dia pra entari yankoba kakwa so a etodo ewo dwumadi so na o screen no so Auntie Rosie ana ede ne nsa sumina no no sa kwabra history any chance na opanyin na ba ye etu die bi si wa bakose mu da akwa we aba ba ye amata ojo be se doctor ni akofa and na ba ye fa fa koti ye kwa ya na so o he suppress and je akofa ne mfa dem na ade ye woni matwetwe ani akwa yi bai na num da so obi aye fa duma na kwa fa ma no akwatena TV so me kwa Chelsea kwabra sa etu na papa di braye taze isi wish obi a etu taze amaya ni nyukra and the battle tells about in the UEFA Champions League the wasati record at the amaya akwaya what that screw sa record we the cowboy anka Barcelona for there and so the amaya ni nyina ye and the bisa vala belo aso anya bia we ne and the bisa se na ukwa kwesi Bayern no se na bisa ko no se Bayern de wodim se Bayern tiba wutimi se wiasi wupeti mo was so pa Bayern account ye pa na the level of football a club Bayern for the announcem go to a big game a very difficult game at the mom enkanka say when the Bayern for akwakobo wo mufie announce arena ho anya better send obi ani Madrid no mare dia ya din no mo ye afa Champions League ni dia upedu oni mbo a Madrid dia enti Madrid so person the Champions League ni dia and who is Bayern and yankoba kakra so avelo abeloa adi eba e wo dwumade so ene anopa mi ka tire kakra edi ama ene ho hwa de se Manchester City eba ne pa se wo bi yomu fimu awo UEFA Champions League gwa say ifo wo mo tiso pa ya Madrid wo mayo mo maku mpre num enti so wo say so obi afimu awo UEFA Champions League na yo City a emi so obi akobi sa Madrid for ko ho mase esa so mo de ayo ma 2015 2016 semi finals wo mo de yo mo ave 2021 2022 semi final kroya 2023 2024 quarter final 2024 2025 playoff and 2025 2026 and also a run of 16 Madrid first as so with the Saudi and Manchester City no wo me de omo shase wasoro ana omo tete so ade aba ebe ka kra na tese wo mo qualify kra embo group stages enti ana ya Madrid no enkoba ne kakra nie na Chelsea fans no time omo say Chelsea ya so mo ntena me ensa be na omo say yeah tra stadium higher there sister 1 minute na ya supporters ya dey whole stadium ho wo mo so mo mpɛ ngwase ya ne pɛ ngwase ya ntena ho wo mo de mo kɔ ana supporters yi nyina ha so le he wo mo na asene no wo mo tell say ne ngwase we pa de nyame anim ne o ma ne ani da sa anka mpo bibia be say anya staff favorite ento mo de game no wo ma mo manwie ana tezo mo ja game no enso ekoye na reporter mensa ekanie de akafofo akwafa de aba kafofo Senegal jo mo trophy a anu anyumre ya osa CAF for say article 84 wo mo dia ya adwuma aden a ayi AFCON na ekobo Morocco na Senegal fo ade no wo mo so ma de trophy no dia ma Morocco fo aden ti a game no ya bo no Senegal for na so mo game ni biem ana mo call dressing room ti ado chase game no article 84 awi omo enti wo mo de 3 points e dia ma Morocco for enti AFCON no he said the Morocco for dia anu na dia ayi CAF for dia ba anu na Senegal for say ya na mo say na dia CAF be ni aye ni mguasia pa na bi si da wiase nyina CAF nkwa na yesa record bi no mo say dia CAF for aye no e dia ni mguasia pa ana dia African football na sa omo to so aye say dia ene ezebio African football na ni mo nyamo he emo ma asem aya ketan wo mo ne on betwa kopem say na tetete eza asam no wo mo so mo de kokot na court of arbitration ana to so mo de ko wo mo say asam no mo kokot so because dia CAF for de yom no anya de so yom manager ana na Samen Nazi say yanka mo bi ante say we de yanim guase pa dia CAF aye no no ne de na adwunu mu de anke yebo AFCON ni wie ya mo ayi Senegal for kwakojo mani nanka waka say wonu kwa no wadi trophy di ama Morocco anka say bia ne atire mama Morocco for the trophy ko akoye trophy parade and the supporters ani ade amoma ya bosum be de ohoni after ma baka sa ade no Morocco for na deserve o say ade ya CAF for ya die ayensem na ho na ya ni wo enso de ma African football no ya Samen Nasri enkoba kakọ no so ade aba yesi ade was abibire mu agu kanse no credibility ni abrovi mu di atam dada no masa akọ ya sa ade we ade na Idrissa Gana guy say oh anya he say trophy ni medal so mo didi e no temporary problem bia nim de njo kasa ya say wo so mu no mu nim de mo fa mu Morocco kwabra nsa do mu ko du fie wo mo se ansa na Senegal fo be free Morocco akodu fie no kwan mo fa mu no Idrissa Gana guy so mpa so be kan wansem na bom wo bi bia wo kodu fie asundwem bi mu de nyame ase eza se anya beta kra emo ma de obeka ya say sa da we taranga no ene hu hia eno ye the Senegalese spirit of hospitality edu di misa akwa ni twantentia what has the Morocco nyanya ene Idrissa Gana guy enkoma kakọ no so adi eba ewo dwumadie so ano na akwa mbe se crocodile crocodile say yanka mo bi ante se nyame ani mnie dia ayi CAF fo ye dia tese bibia e Morocco se Morocco sisi bibia CAF si Morocco bibia CAF si Morocco na kwanya Morocco man kra fa so of ko ebu hosu ya atese CAF afa kwati kwan a trophy no man no park so emom kwanchen ana mo de trophy kwa komo mo de nyame ani mnie eye unfair embo African football ankoso kwabna ye boy game ni wie ana ekote ya captain small captain sa captain anka say the reject ani ekobisa Enzo Fernandez say ya tete o contract no be stand na wo betra tesa na osu onim Abraham osu onim na bibia timisi aka 8 matches akoya buya be wozo no party onim na aka 8 matches afa FA Cup ho ana World Cup honti yebo wi na ebehu die besi enti mato ane ya de odi tuja wo wi na central fa ye pensemi ani nkonkosa yakobisa head coach ne said ya Enzo Akani ozo no speculation one thing fina plante na no de so de otuwe won fa rumors nya aduma ade so wate afa plante na nkasa no na afa kura no ade abu walusu A2 wadwene ne wane player obekọ na teze modi wonsem ba bebisa no Lemros no nkomo kakra wadi tuja ewo dwumade so ni a ene anope meka te kakra enso de ama ne yese Barca for so medwa Barca for so mo ye already essence wo mo so matiti se 10,000 supporters atase wo mo ye Newcastle fans ana mo ba aye Spain ho aba be game ni bi wo mo ba nyina nipa 3,000 pa na be ko park do so no mo so mo bisa 7,000 no wo me gina hem enti sisi ado mo security measures na control so on be fa so on be se team and team de Newcastle be se na tese ne man so ko ye de bomba ne ya reporter mensa eka oduma de so Pep Guardiola se sisi ano wo mo ne man ko ye mfa mo wɔn yɛ awɛ dada game ana ɛyɛ kakra ɛde ma wɔn yɛ game Newcastle deɛ ka bi ade na kyerɛ sɛ ɛnsa da nyɛ ɛnfa ma wɔn ti na wɔn gu so wɔn toto nneɛma na ɔwɔ awɛsɛm sɛ nneɛma ɛnso betumi akɔyɛ ɛde ama wɔn no ɛyɛ reporter ɔpanyin de tuja ɛwɔ dwumadie so na ɔso ɔpɛ sɛ obi sa sɛ amanfoɔ na Pep Guardiola yɛso kɔ dabɛ na abɛkɔ ɔde sɛ dansɛntɔfoɔ yɛ ne yɛ pam no adwuma nkɔ so ɔno anim sɛ yɛ managers na anaasɛ ne mpanyinfoɔ ana nka bɛka sɛ Pep Guardiola wɔ adwuma ɛnso ani na yɛ ntrantɔfoɔ na kyerɛ sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛpam ɔno Pep Guardiola wɔso wɔka ma obi akyerɛ sɛ aka ne wanya ɛwɔ ne contract no so ɛnti mo a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛpam no yɛnya abɛtrɛ ɛnso ɛmfama no ɛnya adeɛ sɛ ɔno ɛkɔ baabi mpempei ɛne yɛn nkɔmɔ kakra nso a wɔpanyin de tudwa ɛwɔ dwumadie so na Victor Osimhen yɛn kama obi ankyerɛ sɛ wɔno afei de wahu ade koro paa nti a wɔno wɔdwa ne team ani din ade Galatasaray na taama ɔba bɛkɔ no anyway na bɛfrɛ no a wopɛ bɔ papa de ataki deɛ ɔkɔyɛ dɛ hɔ ɛnyɛ wɔsɛ ɔmo kan ma ne former manager bi kɔmpo ka kyerɛ sɛ agent bi ɛka kyerɛ sɛ taki ɔkwan deɛ ɛmmoa no bɛkɔ abra wɔse nyamea no mnokora nie aseda nka nyame sɛ ɔtu so sɛ ɔbɛkɔ Galatasaray baabi a ɔdi wu sɛ gala mu yɛ dɛ paa yɛ sɛ coach ne di no de Ukan Borak ɛfrɛ no ɔka kyerɛ sɛ me na meyɛ galafoɔ head coach bra mɛfa wo sɛ meba mɛfa sɛ yɛka sɛ small boy mɛfa sɛ me coach na mede wayɛ adwuma yɛ paa wɔ so ɔkɔkɔdu yɛ anadwo kɔnkɔnkɔnkɔnkɔnkɔn 3,000 potatoes ana na tɛ sɛ twɛ no ɔha na ɛwu sɛ ɛha na ɛde ɛnti na ano da saa deɛ na ɔmoyɛɛ ɛde ma wɔne ne maame ɛde kyɛ sampa ne maame susum ɛtade akyi no n'ani ade yie pa na ama wɔanu no ho da so ɔtu so Galatasaray bɔbɔkɔ no ɛno nso ɛyɛ deɛ Victor Osimhen ɛde aba ɛnɛ wɔn bɛdi aduro no ɛwɔ Anfield deɛ tie nie reporter mensa ka yɛse Chelsea sɛ ɔmu hia striker na kwabra striker ɔmo pɛ no ɛyɛ Lautaro Martinez afide baabi yɛadu no afei ne yɛwu sɛ sɛ yɛ team yɛni striker na hwan a the lab wuradi nyame sɔre ne kwa deɛ aka kora kwabra nyame dɛ sɔre deɛ aka nyame dɛ ntu deɛ maame ɛmfa ɛnsi ɛhanom se sɛ yi Morocco foɔ gye ɔmo deɛ na yɛse Nigeria foɔ nso ɛfrɛ kaf ka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ na ɔmo deɛ nɛ ɔmo ne DR Congo deɛ na kosi sɛ kwabena wan sɛ ɔmo yɛ protest ɛde tia DR Congo sɛ ɔmo afɛ de unqualified A players ɛwɔ ɔmo ne ɔmo game na ɔmo bɔ yinim tia nka bɛyɛ a anka kaf nyɛ mfa ɔmo ti ɔmo ti so magye trophy na ɔmo sɛ dabi ɛne yɛ deɛ nso bɛfa ɔmo naagya make go now kwabena yɛsɛ ɔmo frɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo deɛ ayɛ sɛ ahoɔden hyɛ da nim saa because mo a mo bɛyɛ complain sika kora yɛsɛ nkurɔfoɔ na ntia sɛ ɔmo saa o obi a ma bɛyɛ complain kwa bɛyɛ sɛ ɔmo ntua sika ɔmo ntua bɛsi nɛ ɛnyɛ adeɛ sɛ ɔmo atua ana complain no krampo ɔmo yɛ no 12 days time na nka sɛ yɛ 24 hours na ɛntia no kora yɛsɛ sɛ da ɛnia yɛ bia asa da atene krampo no nneɛma yɛ sɛ ɔmo de tɛtire na ɛkyɛ sɛ deɛ ɔmo kana yɛ no kora no kamfoɔ kyɛ sɛ ɔmo nhyɛ da ahu nti no ɔmo na ada you no go the world cup deɛ ayɛ na ayɛ ɛnti kwabena mawie bibia ɔha obisame a meya no the only thing na metimi aka yɛ sɛ nyame anim yɛ team no kwabena sisi yɛyera yɛ identity no credit yɛ one
okay
yɛ team no deɛ
oni identity
sisi asunsun nim quality bia ni team nim biem ayɛ sɛ yɛbɔ nte sɛ Manchester United papa baako na abrɛ so coach yo koye mpam na ane amorim ambrɛ so bɔ ne yɛbɛbɔ ne kosi sɛn no sisi ade sa na Chelsea ayɛ yɛni identity quality sunsun ni team num character di team num enase ye bokɔ saa enti 8 de e deserve ya no anti mawie enti
anti Rosie ntimi nya adwuma na
kwabena to some level bi a ye pe Chelsea ni de ya wo so yi de
na anobody didi nkomo kakra
ewa he
sɛ me hu sɛ mo anyonko bibre wo hospitals na mo sɛ anopɛ mo sɛ ukɔ OPDs na so mo e ho ma mo ma
high blood pressure
esi nipa no dose dodo
145 ne 150 mo
OPD honde bodu nipa go bibre na da ya be na abaga na yi
me akwase e fa me yam ja no pai nya sam keto akra
so ko so to bia no pai a OPD honi naima
nti kwabena
why
meko that's
okay na tie for encourage me dey no say so for 0.5 Gabi the foreigner na Martin nkase ode akọ amnani akase abudafo be ka me ho fifi Manfred Wasa na Bismarck usu bempa yala enso ameto mu nyina enka ewo dwumadi no so now no pay me started with Vim energy drink. Mpamcho mo amobi ebi enuma amoni Chelsea for ye adwuma mpamcho we de me sama wo mo. Sa no pay ni Chelsea ni bi adwuma na wa ma adwuma pardon no. Enyu wo ma. Isan say enne de na pa. Do utimi die pa ya wa na wa. That's all utimi die pa. Ti ano prom honam yo mo ya. So ena ayare won omo susu da. Say Paris nyama pa ye bebe home na we bi no ma show mu 8 nti amaya de kakra ba mesemo say Chelsea ni bi amadwuma no pe ya enhwe no so mfa nyina di pardon no why ena mo so bi ano pe upon the yes nyina ampa mo ko adwuma no mo nkoto Vim energy drink one no ma ntimi nya adwuma ne because when say mo nyina no mo ye down ti ano pe me bai me nan fofo Chelsea fo we adwuma mu hanina ma mo bia Vim energy drink gabi say on mo ne di ansa no oba one no ma ntimi nya adwuma timi sramo nipa kakra na mboti akoye adwuma ne de monum Vim energy drink no onu so mo ntimi ama adwuma me sramo adwuma wura fo mpam chaw me sramo mo mi o madi wate nyo ma ani so bidi yeah radi nyagopo into Vim energy drink graduate jam nje no pay wanum be it so bi ankoto bi na enum esansa no na babaw ama onso etimi nya Vim ade akwakoye adwuma kama pa na bibia no enso etimi akoye Winloft windows and door system ode ekọ na oye fiera oye into real estate ampacho okọ na doors and windows nyina nya ne kama pa efoma onso no pabia na da bia metaka asemwe so de hwesika pa wafa ede sidan awie emu sese internal decoration a cowboy pa na odo nye windows nye akronfo be bomba be wiawo me pachaw ko aye Winloft windows na yenye window papa mawo yenye do a beti abon ho ban na akronfo enso entimi am ho yenye ye do no obi tutu a entimi muram sanso akronfo oye dan entimi muani da na oba be found ya mention so and you Winloft windows on door system and I make come for and so ediama na no pay it from sliding door casement you be come adiama balustrade shower doors no nyina oko aye Winloft ye be come pa ye born and so from timpacho bra na enye bi information na be a also security unsam bibia abe kama edi ama your number ni 0537 817 472 abroche for no modan na masisini nyina no me patcho doors any windows ni nyina no mfa enkuja wo mo na omunya ne kama pa enso emfa emamo ene anopay na yemfa sara ni bi emfa ma cancel measure me patcho sorry anopro honam nyina ayawia Chelsea supported minims enyamwa me fortune ba kukra because nipa de shows anu a woda kakra na akoda kakra obu okro timi pra na ofri mpa no so na atofum say kum honam nyina ya enyewa kafra wate koto cancel na anope no no se na be ya honam ya oni nyina minimpensa am go through. I understand why enti cancel me sha ene na anope me come for the amam so mu nyina mu nkotobi ene de nyame adoma mfansu bia amha ene hwe gua ama program no ya interrupt no internet de e fulente ya bon kama internet me simi mfa bibia mesi tibi sramo cancel to sa and awokoto na wetimi anu kama we chire di attractive pain also obia honam ya no titiri Chelsea fans mun kotobi na honam ya no nyina no emfi system no emfa emamo oko kumase atonsu marketa ebi osisi ahonso betimi akabi me patcho ya no afro number 0244 871 862 kotobi na enom na honam ya ode ya pa ebitu ase enso edi amawo na oye electrician if you were utie me na no pay me patcho oye into real estate ene anopay ufie na wasi edi awie na edu se waya so ho odi cables gusro ne waya fie ni nyina no me patcho koto aye san cablo adentina me se koto san cablo ehwemu adadi se Ghana ho se biabo pa yen cables no dudu na no so abroche de ebian se da mo ho bebre so hantiana aso mo nse da factor yen weda no san cable di omo factor ayen wedai ana mo de aye cables ni na nti awian abosa den bibia nkotrega osoro ho na ochina sika bebira odi akosi edan ni nyina no akwa na akofa problem e dia bantim so kona koto san cable mu cables ni bi na odan no for ya ni nyina kama isanse Ghana Standards Authority ana Energy Commission agi adi atumse no ana Ghana ni bia esoto na ode awoya ayawo dan no na open air 1.5 mm 2.5 mm open air flexible cables no switches socket no nyina ayade a okwa multi air socket and a lamp holders nyina no ebi ewo ha sun cable wono enso ede aba aye edwaso pacha okukuma se edum okwa so open air PowerPoint electricals ewo edum omo ha ombabo amaunsa etimi akakebu so ambo so nyina fufufo onsa betimi akabi ewo ho me ba to friend ewo 0534800832 eno sun cable Lightning Africa on number I don't know. Me pacha work up people so koshebia. Ebis God group and I make come from at the amawo say e yo nko ankonkre ana bia mo ye group so ho. Bia for example multimedia na pese dey workers e call work up bia. Everyone say e call Ebis God ho. No mai bibia kama na workers no ya divisa dia mo bia. Enti o company na adwuma wura person the workers na kwhwe work up ni bia mu nyina sa package mu bia ebetimi age visa adiama workers na amonso akọ aye US akọ kwhwe work up no enso binti from application ye beye nyina kama ye wia visa ne ne ye beje ye visa ne wia tikita omde beko aye America flight no so ho omukodu American so hotel a omo ebeda internal aye transportation nyina Ebis Gold onye na ye nyina edi amona afia sama Black Stars Jesse edi aka ho enti enu se wonfia enkopiem awa America no sa arrangement nyina na Ebis Gold ya nyina kama enso di amana ne okoduru ya no do ya nso obeje ticket na ode akonveni ho akwakohwe eye o matches nti waka pdie Ebis Gold ana me kan for di amasa ko na mo ne bibia kama na onso ko World Cup no abia unya problem bia enso emfa info yo sakono estate junction on my ho awo nkran ho ene wa ana so betua friend awo 0537804885 safa number ni bi 0537804885 eno Ebis Gold dia number obetimi mi edin komo ede anopay enso eno no chocolate no ye de Ghana koko kama yi ena edia ya taste no enam minimum a utimi say yes ade de enso awo baby pa ntimi samo ye nyanim kwanofo na me kanfo eye chocolate ena ade amam na no pesa wonso ko na ekoto bi so ho ubeki ayo fast na odi ana kama pa breakfast anopay mano enye chocolate snack time mano enye chocolate esanse bibia wo mudada duohia eye nsuo keke so ho odi gumwa na chese you are go to go no anu mo de kama ye fa ni chocolate ko ba bia ye ton sa anya mani bi onsa ebetimi enso akabi na ma yenye adwumadie no awo na P phones and accessories na atefo na P se men kan che say anopay oye promotion kese ba miensa so na mumienu na meka wasem e de ache na anopay me pa cho de tene say open home appliances ya tiri nyina enema no ya tiri nyina so bibia emefie asetena eye memremne de okona na P honoma de kan home appliances no you be awo enti open fridge ade akosu dem a me patcho as low as 1300 cedis obetia akoto fridge obi anyisu da na ade akofi akwa isu enti dien ene problem a obi ba so obedinsu ana na me fridge asem patcho e say de na P ba yi fridge no ayefo me patcho open flat screen TV ade akobo dem a 800 cedis obenya bi blender open bi ato 200 cedis rice cooker 250 ayo na ode beto niema 100 cedis so air condition 2500 enti power dem srew so ko bu obi dem pa so ma ayo na ko fa ko to niema dem srew se de sa niema ni na no ma no entwem ko na P ho na ekoto niema ni bi eba no mobile phone so a yeto bi Samsung, Nokia, Infinix, Tecno, Itel enkore tablet omudi sua de ni nyina okona na POC si ameka say original ne bo no obo from na yeton adiama na osika no enso a me pacho tienie pa sika na ode koto phone enso uni problem odi make sure so when half o kwa fa Ghana card ekuta o kwa ka chen say Richard say je me Ghana card na monfa phone emame je half na kan spread mame na mtua ne kakra ene number 1 yes I chen yama bibiri ebi 7 years Black Stars agency and a World Cup ticket ni na ya dia oto ade on na P phones na accessories obetimi and a World Cup ticket na so dia kwa World Cup no enso ebi ntimi pacho ko kuma se edun baby nyensa and o dedi kan no as the house on academy media dia to so menu ewo edun obiba JK building and the chat to kran PZ nana akosi agema building omo enka na wa ko Madina Zongo Junction ho and tamali di obeko abuabo station me pacho friend our 0533093422 and pay omo and aso yasena insure passports midweek edition yetin kunyam na yede Emma Kofi Maska. Good morning. I don't mean Gaza.
I've spoken. Good morning.
Menju kan.
Good morning.
Emma. Confusion ayabasa.
Confusion.
Ayabasa.
When
you're good to go. Today you have.
And I will bow ref is over so. Yeah, dear wa ya. La pen the boa. Unse make us and yen so.
Yeah.
Inti edum se na be be start ya na waso anu pa bia wo ye na de den Kofi awotwe Kofi awotwe azai
Muwe se fanzina
bi ti mu sei
bibi o biti
o so ati o
mesonti
o so ati pa
wa obezu tu ya de tu ni am no problem
Mr. TV
o cross that dey start again who's that again you want to do but we have fine
so ko konfa no chetek bom so no ni ade a opiji o ba bia ma amanfo shock o manya ni no mama na beji she na instant show no
me ni say
o ma me ana ma dia go dia di ba se me
Chelsea share man share Chelsea share I didn't know
o nya me me ana dem
o share una farm out share
se me nya Chelsea ni
but a farmer and I know you share o share Chelsea yes it share
no de mo akwa na mo share no nam no problem
o dey share
tina ma me share beji share
no problem to share share o share
o beji share
enko me
oh but nice so nice
see me am say nice
beji share na instant show
no share me dem make us Chelsea charge
Kofi awotwe yenko minti o de on sha yenko minti o
me say o share e be fata
me share okay na yenko
Kaish. Yeah, very, very nice. For her share is nice.
Kofi awotwe yenko but Chelsea never fool. It looks good on me.
But born na problem.
Bibia ye na the aka ni the aka. Enko nji 824. It's we woman tada. Yeah, so 3 million. You bita.
Mami kase what's me meko.
Since I started selling food. So we woman tada. Ada ibasa for ye mo de ye no.
Mami kase.
Enko nji
Rich
Kofi.
And when you read the first leg.
Obiani.
Baza. Then I will.
Enko me too.
I already truly know your my minya na true.
Oh, there. Oh,
me
I'm voting and
I say Chelsea match on corner point. Any match na can come we na.
okay, no problem.
Where in
Mate. You start with a City in Madrid now.
There be the Bodo game next time.
Okay.
I would say no production and.
David.
It's my new production here, okay.
All right.
Which and I think we had 3 games. I was telling you, say, for all of the teams, fan Biaka, so they want to believe in turning it around. you can't take anything away from them. And whether you like it or not, even in football analysis, belief and the psychological part is very important. For the 2 games, it did not work out. But Sporting CP4 started at home. And for a lot of the people, based on what Bodo Glimt had done in the lead up to another match, it looked impossible. But in Sporting, phone will feel from the blast of the whistle. And I think say all of the 3 games are not, they needed to be certain level of turnaround. And Sporting phone a train. In fact, in the first 14 minutes, I'm say I saw no bomb a chance because they had clear-cut chances that they should have scored and they should have gotten there 3-3 at that point in time. Mana goes remember. Then, just before the game began to also push in 34th minute, Omunyomo first goal, built on the momentum in the second half, which we say now what Twitter says before now could go too much.
I want to take back too much.
Which was the intensity of Sporting. Sporting for were just so intense.
Almost 30 games to be honest with you, man chibi.
Okay.
You are not I knew that they are bodo for no a Sporting.
Okay.
So more app be my phone so.
Yeah.
You want many notification.
Yeah.
Make sure the next Sporting na say. Enti the moon say after the second goal na bam no.
In fact,
I don't goal.
It was in the first 14 minutes. Francesco Trincao and we see 2 clear-cut chances.
And you almost a second goal I'm saying game.
They were playing very well. I'm not playing well for.
I'm not playing well for me to America's half.
They can't come out.
And they are bombarding them.
One came on my presiaji. Every time. In fact, it got to a point I told myself that Oma Machine here na so man 4-0 in the regulation time from Rich. Even at extra time, this player Arau and Suarez, they played as if say after they starting match. Then just when we start extra time, the goal came on from Arau and then later on Rafael Nel by the 20+1 minutes and now they turned it around. For the very first second time in history, they've won 5-0 to 10 a Champions League game and almost 3-goal deficit. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. And a lot of the other clubs, and their Sporting for they showed dominance and they got their job done. Say go before the fairy tale not could not go to the quarterfinal. But Champions League, and it's tricky. I don't know if it is the inexperience of Bodo. Because the other 2 teams now get a 3-goal lead. Both of them are very experienced. Baku is the holder. Baku is the perennial winner. Consistent to the Champions League. Once Bodo were debutant and also have not gotten to this level. In fact, even for the whole country, it's been almost 20 years. Team may call quarterfinal movie. So maybe the inexperience did hurt them at a place where they didn't expect the inexperience to hit them. I don't want to any game now around. But and now I'm sure that in Sporting, everybody will be excited. It was such an ecstatic night for Sporting CP4, but in a very, very sad one for me. Which City also wanted to turn it around at the Etihad. But when you want to turn it around there, Adia Bakwa will turn around, a bit boom jakra. If you try to want to go on that tangent, if you concede early. So one person will turn it around, will get a quick goal. It shifts the momentum onto your side. But so who concede earlier? Now already you were playing a catch-up game. You played that times 2. See a show. And that's happened at the Etihad. Manchester City started well. They were the better team. In fact, I told myself, say, oh, I have confidence. Okay, me flip it 15 minutes. So the first 15 minutes, I was watching the Man City game. Very dominant. Rich. By the 22nd minute, 28th minute, City had gotten the loose ball in the box of team from Manchester City. Vinicius Junior ball shot. I'm a Bernardo Silva. Then they say good at any year for pony.
What is that?
Desperation, yeah, the papa. You clutch onto straws. Ideally, Bernardo Silva will not do that. Because we want to crash it with the restart. But they thought that yes, I'm the fourth goal. How do we build from here? He put his hand in the way of the ball, then the penalty. What Vinicius Junior in the first leg, he did it, scoring from the penalty spot, and it made sure say Madrid the platform to play in. At red card down, you could tell Still City pushing to find a goal, but it was so easy for Madrid. And I said before the game, say no way in your match I wouldn't back the bar. And your match, I bet Vinicius Bellingham, I'm start it, I'm destabilize the stability of the team. Allow the players that play to play the game. Let them go and finish the job that they started because they are capable. And that's exactly what ended up at Alvaro. I wanted to ask you this. Before we started this Champions League leg, you believe Alvaro Arbeloa will stand a chance against Josep Guardiola?
So Champions League in common, why not? Madrid is Madrid.
Even if you just take the two coaches without a class.
So what should me pa?
Yeah.
You did Champions League in common Real Madrid. Real Madrid. Me did in common here.
Even if some coaches without the class.
So I mean coaches name you there. Probably way ahead of.
But just because because
of the Madrid team,
it gives him that impetus.
And City team was say. The City team are in this is not the team.
I also think say and the last time I catch you, I did back when Madrid teams head down so. Anytime they get a manager that overcomplicates things, Madrid buys the best players. Into a manager not open too much, or my players with too much patterns, too much instructions, too much coaching and quote tactics. It affects the delivery of the players. The strongest part of Alvaro Arbeloa's job at Madrid is that you're more humanitarian, more of a people person. Into a band, or says a Vinny A in good place. Vinny will succeed at Madrid. And he has put him at the right place for him to deliver. Getting the second goal, or matching him in the second half, puts them there at a place where they've beaten them. Right now, means the one who Pep Guardiola record our Champions League in the last season. If we move round of 16, if we move playoffs, this season, if we move round of 16, before that quarterfinal, and Okokoji Champions League, and a quarterfinal, round of 16, quarterfinal, round of 16. It's not easy in the Champions League. We do one man, you really need to show your metal. And I'll say we have many things to improve, but at the end you have pride. 70 minutes, 10 versus 11. It's not easy. Jeremy Doku, Erling Haaland, Rodri, Kosanov, everyone made their contribution and was absolutely there. We are not a complete team, and that is the reality. We have a final on Sunday. FA Cup is still here, and we still have the Premier League media senior. We will try to fight and prepare for the good decisions and for fights back for next season. Pep couldn't stand it around, and it was very, very difficult for them. Then the last comeback that Chelsea wanted to do, which I think was probably the worst of it, honestly. And then I'll see it again. So that Chelsea fans still believe so much more turning around that. I don't think it was far-fetched.
Believe?
Yeah. Because
they na mama believe so much me attend this line.
Oh, Chelsea are shared Paris Saint-Germain this season. Wako 2-2 with the same Paris Saint-Germain won one for 75 minutes.
5-2.
Again, and America say so analyzing the whole game in completion. For 75 minutes, Chelsea were as dominant as Paris Saint-Germain.
Because on the face of two teams in the result now in the first leg. Now also in favor Chelsea. Now say who say now we can say believe
no, but
we are talking about a Chelsea team, a concede. Team a concede no. We didn't tennis score line. Especially when I order from Finneal. 3 goals. You know, like 1-0 view, and now 2. What's your thing? What do you have concede goals? And now one say now we can say so now I believe no Chelsea between 10 score line. To be honest with you,
it was feasible.
Who should be beer and not be beer anyway? Just Chelsea beat me at Martin.
Okay, can I also have my turn?
Okay.
For me, it was feasible.
Then another man feasible.
You say feasible, no, I can several times. So I can say Chelsea team concede, Paris Saint-Germain concede too. Paris Saint-Germain concede. They don't have the best defense. There were a lot of chances that if Chelsea are taking probably could have been a different story. I understand.
In the first leg?
Yeah, in both legs. Obiabeka say, oh, yes, you don't talk about things that they don't materialize. I understand the conversation around football. In fact, even in analysis for clubs, home advantage comes in. The belief of the player's psychology comes in. Data means information. What information you get, whether emotional or not, it helps you in trying to get a result. For me, the biggest issue are before the game, and I told you in the starting lineup, I'm here. In a game like this, what's for fun and you on the map? Of course, you bring in Sa, but you don't play Sa rather at right back. A champion is more suited to the right back area, or better still, Obo Moes Caicedo at right back, and you play Romeo Lavia and Andre Santos in the middle. Rich, me idea we are SC for Chelsea. You know, at the 6th minute, once the goal came, I knew that I'm going to play catch up. Then 10 minutes later, Badi Bakula shit, number by your West. At that point in time, you know that nothing at all will happen for Chelsea. Rich, it is the highest knockouts defeat for Chelsea since Omobo in the Champions League, home and away. 8 goals for them as a club. Definitely not good enough at all. Which, this is what I want to say. Maybe Chelsea fans will understand why I was so big on Enzo Maresca as a manager. Honestly speaking, Chelsea probably will start here now. Where they have gotten to, they've gotten to the place where you can describe as a false dawn. False dawn now, where say, "What's the trophy?" Then in your mind you think that we have achieved. You've not achieved. You are at the point where you need to consolidate with gains, you know. After they say to players, correct ones, ever be transform a club. So statistics in a level code, you have an elongated season, and you don't buy the players that you have to buy, and you say that Strasbourg, and you don't buy the Jeremy Jacket and the best centre backs, you begin to get problems. And Liam was senior buy, you know. Not just if one say Enzo Maresca against small teams team breaking down low block. Liam start breaks down low blocks because the midfielders need to be break, but that also leaves spaces behind you. That is why since Liam came, I conceded 28 goals in 15 matches. If it's Chelsea medium say, Enzo Maresca and Cat, that is true. But immediately you move on from Maresca, who was hiding the frailties of the squad, to Liam, who wants to openly play, you get some of these things. Maybe I'm a Madrid as a best coach. There is no point in sacking coach again. What the club has to do is that they need to steady the ship.
You knew all these are all kind of pain. And how can I open Paris Saint-Germain? And the amount 8. And should any time, any games, why? Now, we dawa looking at Nacho.
Yeah, the summer has to be
you knew it.
For Chelsea for in buying the players that they have to buy. Of course, Arsenal for team friend buying for Leverkusen. Now, say the matches in the straightforward.
And the Bobo Bosonian Fanco.
Basa phones on Beshe Spotify come no so much.
Which Ubiazun is on Beshe.
Okay.
I'm the believe in Ibia.
I'm the believe. I'm the end on Beshe.
They beat Newcastle.
They beat Newcastle with you.
Liverpool Beshe Galatasaray.
Liverpool Beshe Galatasaray. With but Basa phone up to now wouldn't name your best start on number 9 Momo. Still there is.
I'm sure I can cry at all.
Still on Beshe.
To me.
I'm sure you guys phone your film. Okay. But a lot of the people, some people, that's Ferran Torres and a Bebo up top. The others that are looking at Robert Lewandowski. Of course, very difficult because of Barca record that will feel at the Spotify company. We expect say Barca Beshe and then they go through in a game against team my friend of Newcastle United. It will feel very, very good game for the Barca small boys to go in. Liverpool Befi against Galatasaray. He thinks the home is enough for Liverpool to turn it around because when we are down by a goal to 0 and win against team my friend Galatasaray. I think the cup alone, the fact that Liverpool will feel and with the dominance of Mkhitaryan, it shouldn't be too much talk for them. For Bayern also, it will feel what we hear from Germany is a rich Bayern for no our biggest worries is here and the second leg of the Atlanta Bebo. And Madrid is now so confirm we now that is where the biggest worry for team my friend football club Real Madrid. There are goalkeepers available now. Ubek, Etrini, of course. Manon Neuer also was in there. Stanisic, Tarkin, Bishop, and the backline. The Pavlovic, Goretzka, Kral, Gnabry, Diaz and Abrante friend Jackson anymore. In as much as some drop players now, I don't think that they will lose this one. This is probably the closest of the two games. Atletico Madrid, any team my friend Tottenham Hotspur. I think that at least 2 goals ever them, and I still think the team my friend of Atletico de Madrid ever qualify. And they are called the next day of the Champions League now, which but my member only were T4 quotes. In the last few days, it's not really going on well, and yeah, a little bit of a blip, but my member quotes can here for Kofi same. Mr. Rich still me tight to say in sema I say in Kofubi de me picture any me D creative groups say almost check with Mr. The only one I have on official FIFA Manfred social media handles. It be on Twitter, or Facebook, and Telegram. Usually link no or my Facebook on my account. So I reach my first code no BW 4687E2A5. That is the first code. Second one no BW 468-7C270. The third one no BW 468-7B833. The fourth one no BW 468-79842. Then the very last one no BW 468-782A2. Which these are the codes the man were T4.
Okay.
Some for Uncle Figures.
That's it. Information na komo kakra bi wi ana besima ko su bempala ema to so emfa emai again for tenase enti me fidie na nso a umfa ofidie no ntu anfa beto a na yentu adwumade no so emfa emamo so se bibia bokọ de ya do Richard bibia bokọ e de amia se do no so de so ka edo ho asem na obi ko to bi dia dance sa na o ka amhye bia ni ho so o ka with confidence so huntino bibia fine yentimu
Richard yemo bibia akwaba Enfamra Pimsan Company Limited. Me ba cho tie ni company ni di no very very important. Pimsan Company Limited. Pimsan Company Limited na di adura ye freno Siemens Vita Herbal Mixture and then the capsules. Untimi mo din tin we out also pagan nisio and then the topa ni bi. As simple as that. Unya ka gan na obi oton aduro ni bi. And obi a wadi aduro na echiache bia nim say aduro a ye fe no agan na Siemens na no na ye fe na agan no enti na sometimes man for quite confused me Siemens ni bi asa ma me agan ni bi daddy no na ye fe na agan na a brief of how agan ne buy say you can ha buy sanka and na aduro no juma say the Richard o kan say aduro padi wodi ho adanse e kire obi a o kasa ho a wonsuo enti aduro no and ye papa pani ba akoko no bi Mrantia hine of blessed memories na me fa ne Christ ye Mrantia hine no maduro no ade aduro no timi ye man na de chin your bar studio no maduro we de agan enti aduro no aduro na kasa di the Siemens Vita ba Mr. but aduma ye man Mrantia hine no de agan to so enti ye nim se nkofo bebre di din for factor to so but agan na the most popular say no bia e kanti say wote agan na wote Siemens ani na ye aduro krona sa pepepe nete Richard aduro we ne dwumadi edidi wa edie ne say nipa bibie bia a wote wiase wodidi nom nko ade obehia bi because impanyufo say ahobambo atrema ho yi eyese ayaresa bokitima eye imperative say obebo ho ba de free yare ho until say yare ne ba beto say okwakopa ayaresa ne da bi bo ho ban mu manu mu bebo na agan no dwumadi titire die edi dwuma fa nipa wontim edi dwuma efa onompem na fa edi dwuma efa omojanim yenim se sa ne o ma miensa ma wodi a crucial and I say very important part of the body a uyi fi mu a enye na de ba ko ne say eboa for proper blood circulation se moja ni ntimi ni afusa ni ye e wo nipadua nim agan ni dwumadi no and am say moja na e ko no moja ne fa ntinimu e na e ko sa pepepenete Richardo, interestingly and as a shockingly na me read ade bi na no pay and na me ko hu se sa apomodin hwehwemu for say se moja e free wakoma ho eko wadwim no se a delay by 4 minutes crowd betimi awu se within 4 minutes moja is a free wakoma ho eko wadwim no se anko within 4 minutes utimi awu. So it tells clearly say moja any droben a and I say intinia moja ni family ko honam na kwa na very important, very very important. Enti obi biara wutie intini mu asisi se du baby otimi ti severe migraine utini timi ya wo ya de na e cause sa de no it could be say a droben and the channel through which moja na say few akoma na e pompi moja e ko adwen ne ho no chimato aba ho se chimato ba sa channel na Richard utimi nya severe migraine utitimi ya wo ya dendenden unum painkiller cry enko unya ganya the best solution and the prophylactic solution to that problem no. Baby ese moja ko the moment abete namness titritiye ubehu sa se baby ya dendenden na ekse moja ni ntimi nko ho enti unya nya that experience na no bomode se won sabeka gan yi bi mame fa na ma no nto anim ebi ana also experience symptoms be similar to the American and na se nyoma bi ko so won se da ante ase me pa cho janamba ne fe doctor na ne kasa obenya botwe atwetwe nyoma mu na fe no die se yema obia na yetimi ayama number is 0241 604 702 and it was 0244 718 557 when in numbers I did juma e breko ni mesa aboba ma bia na wanya me boba ma no wanya na Richard said na make no e bia obu o si ayana emeto asentini no ekọ menankokum etwetweme broni se sciatic nerve obitimi ka se wa pulling muscle omo pulling muscle de nka very normal with athletes omo yes omo to me ka bobo ne sa na man omo nanka usually you tell who that muscle pull lead those but wonya athlete adwuma wo ye ne se da nya adwuma be but de bia na oto asentini no sciatic nerve ne mu twetwe ne mu ye wo ya obitimi frɛ o se doctor semen nantena medu baby no mampe baby antena me na me ye to ahwe nini na ya sciatic nerve no ade ba kwa so bi ahye ne so sciatic nerve no esane free wetiko ha sei ebe fa wachiri bremo ka sa anim ekokosi wusisi ansa na esane aba wo sra ase aba besi onantu enti the moment ebe compress no de ba ne say e compress ananso say blockages bi ebe mu na cause sa ade no did you make it to say encourage moja ne de mfam the moment e be say e kan tale and e bi asrade bi and e fi bi ko hihye na moja ne nko a obo say the moment na e hona start yo ya but a draw we could draw bi a friend nitric oxide maka cho sa gan na nya fiti kan ye koye tete no na nyankopon e di nimdia ama mo de ye nuro ye de tete nimdia ka ho na ye di abefo enei no we are in a technologically advanced world enti untimi nya bibia wa bra ene unhwe se de ne o masiti na de aye rich a drew we say kutanyanu no bebre ye fefa habama no bra no tan a ano de ekuta accommodation for so bebre de manipa na de aye enti nitric oxide no eno na yi ntininim eno no de bia me ka se oye zoom lion yi ntininim fi bia nti no madro na ko yi fi no na afemoja ne namu na ho ato enti obi a wo sciatic problem bia onkonkoto aduro bi obi wa ni sisi na ye ne ya chronic waist pain maka cho say aduro we say me amete the moment I feel say sisi me number ko na anwumre ade be tene ekọ sanity very very prophylactic edema eba waist pains any pains because ni dwumadi no wa wo sisi o ya bia mesrew kokoto aduro ni bi tie na hye nso entonsuo ni nyato pai no tonsuo na to pai no yemfa efiensuo ana ordinary water and nom cement vital herbal mixture and as a cement capsules no aduro no to pai ni yemfa fiensuo na nom ye di aduro no mixture na ya no nsuo de no and ye de nom to pai no e kambo mu a na etimi adijuma na mantentem kra ebe na juma wo yenti na de bia wo sisi ya wo ya mika say o swame magazine o tu engine o tu gearbox o tu wei o pedanyo ma mu odu ebia na wonso hweye ewo ba bi te se bia aboso kan ne ade adwuma wo ye ne adwumaden mason for carpenter for mechanics adwumaden brefo bia wo ye bia no bomode se won sabeka aduro ne bi ade ba akọ wo mu ne se oto aduro no wi a na wa frɛ ye be twɛ se do be sia no aduro no based on adwuma wo ye no ye wo doctors a me pato ma specialize in heavy lifting ade mu odu pagya ade mu odu even posture positioning e ko be so be gina be pagya ta ne o mani na no doctors ne be hwɛ onu aduro ne wi na sa pains ni na kwa Richard Mbiem and I'm say ya so kwa be fa so adwuma no be ye yentimi nkan jo so adwuma na wo ye na din en ne kofa we ne bantija adwuma na ye na mum ne be kyerɛ kwa be fa so be ye adwuma en kofa all these ramifications then find en fam be wa pomoden jena ma ne biem 0241 604 702 and a 0244 718 557 adronu kuta endorphins e pains endorphins ni nyankopon nim die no naturally obia wa endorphins nyankopon nim die no obo nipa no o ma ye nneoma se yare ba nipadua na kasa be ko ama no ho enti endorphins no nsuo na say duro bia ewo adwenim ne release na your machine bi oni pedie no afeni neurotransmitter radio adwuma ye kasa ye ke transmission and na dey come obi oni fie bia etie bi enti neurotransmitter no so your machine a ono so transmit pain or send the signal information and the command adwene say nipa ne kotobia ne ya oye adwuma na de abo ne kotobia enti ne ya release endorphins na endorphins nko yi pains ni fio sana ni pedua na ye adwuma e complex machine omu na ye adwuma enti omo communicate enti wo begie dia na be hye no so se wa wo ne make ebi ato obi ada there was a time se u feel se wo honam ne ba bi ye bia wo nsa ye wo ya ebi wo chi ye wo sisi ye wo ya onuma duro na no akọ ebi bi ku timi kra nya ase ne bibi timi bow but u feel pain instantly but after be some hours a day obo na pain na nkasa naturally na eko etrese endorphins wo ni pedua nim ye inafa eno nkasa betimi a fight can say yare na say betimi a fight pain na yi pain na fi ho but e do bia afei e bia bitimi ba utimi nya sere similar situation honam ba bitimi o bi kwa timi kasa wada ne konso keke ne se wanko painkiller anoma Richard ne ho ntono agis wano painkiller twa wo se endorphins wo ni pedua nim no asa enti adru we adru rich in endorphins onum a eboa emma produce excess and enough endorphins a nipa bia na nkase be hia no de aye no ho adwuma nipa de nyese onum adru bebre se de bia painkillers bebre no kwa Richard and so wo negative repercussions that nipa bia no so enti the best thing ne say adenti na umpe adru adubna ene nutan we mu ye phytochemicals and a phytonutrients and ye de eye adru no na haban no ni hini no ne stem no ahoden ewo mu no ene ye de aye adru we say enti naturally no eboa wo because yakopon bo nipa no ma ye nioma no say munni duaba no na mfa na hahan no ensam ho yawe that is exactly how Pemsan Company Limited ye ko enti do we side effect bi eni so be me bia wo yemre won pem na nsen ni kotobi because e bia wo hyase enya sharp pains e wo sabe obe me du be o jonso a agi sa wo chembre eno no ana ye benign prostatic hyperplasia sa issue no ebetimi e de sa ade na ba enti wo jonso na wo chembre du ba bia se sabe obu okọ no ba da wi o se na ne be mani mu ye ne ya dendenden asia soja de agum emu hyehye no obu o jonso agi so chembre no anyinya nanim ene sa ade o mani na no bomode se won sabe ka ye dro ni din di agan nisio semens vital herbal mixture and capsules ene na no pay ye kan for ade ama oba bia sebe won sabe won nsisi so maka cho so ba se obu nsa free enanum kosi inanson se anya hye kwa no de onya inanan tu nanum aye na mom ne beye baako mienu obu ane de no so kwa de emakra ukoto aduro ni bia aduro ni ye adwuma wontini eye adwuma wo mogya mu ninti no se mogya no na se de abobonto akroti a aduro ni wo the potency se be nani mogya ni na afa etimi aba obu ho bia na se de contraceptive pills or anything said the origam no nya de tu na num ara abonsu agu so me pa cho the complications be brain beba kono koto aduro ni bi e bia na painful menstruation obu is all right but na what pains but mo dey say on sabe ka aduro ni bi be bo ye pa na du akajam obi a oni atenka bia low libido me pa cho koto aduro ni bi na bi bia enso enye kama mefa bebia benya bia to no 1 2 one crime and I'll share ya a repass ventures work drug lane do be a petro tombiano uboromo mama repass wo e drug lane ho a obenya bi ato Kumasi no e PFA pharmacy headquarters no e PFA pharmacy tafunu ro kwa won sa beka do bi a ope Colinac ene dani wa Ashtown Freddie Mens ene rock plan so e wo KO ho okwa won sa beka ma me fa number ne ma fresh is here na ne doctor en chichen komo number no ye 0241 604 702 and a 0244 718 557. Is that a milk? Mammy, who madam for Bubako? And no catch him say Chelsea for no. And your friend is a Man City for bear come back against Madrid. And I'm a catcher say the only comeback they can do is coming back from the dressing room after the first half. First half, no dear. You can only come back from your dressing room. But come back. The Roman and say the you can only come back from your dressing room.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. Guy for now, Mate. I'm Canadian Church Median so Emfa Emam Calib. I'm Benson. Young fan message enough for Bismarck which went by and also Emfa Amine. I said there's no guarantee that the Chelsea project will always the desired result. And the scary part is that the players lose that winning mentality. They forgot what is it to always win. Caleb, I'm going to this message at the Abbey and pay. You may for Champions League discussions and then also Kaka. Now you are CAF decision Abano, young friend Tumbi. Now if you have to me Cano at the Amama Bismarck, which went Payala. Good morning.
Good morning.
Bibia Bokodia.
Yeah, Bibia fine.
So far with the result now, a tour from the game pan. Obeka say, no result and
of course, there's only one of them.
Okay.
The Bodo one, of course, that's the only.
That's
the only one. I love Sporting Club de Portugal for the way they approach the game. First of all. The road to Budapest has 30 years interesting. And Obakaya, before I start to see a year round 16 analysis on the catch you say there is no year a football tournament and produce upsets in their story. And Rich, they are not Sporting Club de Portugal and NC wow. Along the way, they will encounter special measure. They will fall tattoo. That is the nature of football. Now, I watch 90 minutes. Even when game extra time, I know master. I was still watching it.
Okay.
Because na game near me fair. So one shake game ni gidi because the Bodo any chances. They got chances. But Rich, Enra, everything went against them and everything went for Sporting Club de Portugal. And I love the way they prepared themselves to take opportunity of say omoye lucky ni enoma ehia omo say na ehia omo na. They were absolutely brilliant to take advantage of it. Yes, starting game now. They made their intentions very, very clear. And yet I can't say me about from you say fortunes favor the brave. Rich, they were brave. No, he said, both of one is stubborn. And boom, they knew say bono about a high risk. Baby, I bet me see, but sometimes omo da form. And you almost lost omo ebeko from feather. And they got the first goal, they got the second goal, then they started believing, say, and they are possible. They played very, very well. They played very, 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 very well. And see, and Bodofon were so disappointed. They never imagined say and no man at all. But Rich, that is football, and Sano Mabi say no, you expect say why show no ye not day no Anko Yamawa ebesi. Arsenal did their job. me catch you say even though be at person Arsenal be Leverkusen, but there was a specific job be that needed to be done. Yes, starting game no. Leverkusen goalkeeper ni make it 5 crucial saves to make it difficult for Arsenal. But Rich, when was the goal no? Super volley. I think say sir goals ni bi abaka say goalkeeper no oh higher agenda do afi de chiwe ni enhwe. Then the Clarice ended at the end making sure say Arsenal enya a 2-0 win over the Emirates against Leverkusen. But I think say Leverkusen front gave a very, very good account of themselves over the 2 legs, you know. But as suspected, no, Arsenal are too hot this season, and it will not take Leverkusen say omonombe Arsenal left film in the Champions League. Then na anope you a good fellow obi anya na alert bia. Because also 2K neba. Yes, then I also 2K neba. Friday we also do watch. And you a good fellow. Yes, no Friday. Yeah, watch a party with you into 2K. You know, I was say eba. Meaning say the what menka.
I say Liam Luzania no some papa.
Not only no the best. Not only no the best. The compensation of the bit here. 2K near change, Mister No. Rich. You see. For fanatics, for football fans, if or Chelsea ni na or say or the GDA tiny team achi say omumbra baka, me I don't have a problem. But Rich, it was not going to be. It wasn't. Say over Chelsea in the history of the club. Seems more symbol Rich or belong to history in the right way. Now would you stand that net to way more. You could clearly see. Say we were asking too much of these guys. No, too much. Now Ubakaya, the moment reported by say Rich James a plan. Many shame my Chelsea for now. Because as at that time, they were even dealing with Malo Gusto and so Enoch Kubia. No, must say and share game no team. So you don't have Rich James. Only Malo Gusto or no backup. How do you deal with Vija? And Enra, some moment, you know, set the tone for Paris Saint-Germain. Long ball. Sa thought say or in the first touch, you know, attrape a ball. Say about for an answer. Richard read the situation quickly and was sharing him. Born to him na ushe sa ni diminana. You could sense or Jitum said he has given his team away. Rich, Upe Romontada near Sabeshe first go tiawa. A doom or believe no. And Paris Saint-Germain played very, very well. They managed the game. Make sure say omunomu trying to pass around in there. They did very, very well. I said it yesterday. Say now too much of an axe. Say because a Chelsea team way overturn the results, you know, against Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain about home and away 8-2 there. They've shown their dominance over the 2 legs, you know. Make a City team way doesn't look like a team that will be able to overturn a 3-0 against Real Madrid. Real Madrid, in fact, even came to Etihad and beat them. Me say, omo pepe pasem. Ameka. They should quickly realize this season is one of the worst. Na omo enyi expectations in free Pep any City team nechi. They are not the standard Pep team. It's as simple as that. And the conform GD or Pep every year no. Sana Pep so every year Bernardo Silva. Rich, the truth of the matter, they say Bernardo Silva perform. And Pep should understand that. But onye na use obagia to mu. Nti there two money there. Me there Rich. I so believe say said there was a two more and now to any games no. there are 4 crucial games today. Na say upset bi beba, we all will not know where it will come from. But Rich, may I sure say there are 2 games. It will shock people if a possible impo say results, in terms of obi person so may qualify and qualifier. The Bayern Atlanta game and the Tottenham Atletico Madrid. So let's start from the Tottenham Atletico Madrid game. Nancy Tottenham enya draw against Liverpool. Abranti our take come was Richarlison. Rich on so exactly Kopra. Into any game no ultimate Bobby. I don't know what is wrong with the team. Now, Adia minim say abeko so Tottenham Stadium and say they will have to give themselves a chance to show their support and say they can fight. Now, Rich, under Diego Simeone, probably you take away Barcelona. Say if you have to chase a game against Atletico, as in say, also attack you. That is how he is built as a manager, any philosopher. Counter attack, soak pressure. And he will play the game that suits him best. Bobby Stadium. Yadika Shen to first leg, or Pekat in Tiban or Bayenso. Mashemi team 4-4-2. Ye 2 clear lines of defense, compact. Yet Toma ni Ejibona, me wo Griezmann, me wo Ademola Lookman, and I'm Julian Alvarez. Yes, you have chances when anymore. We want to be as clinical anti or more bana yenya ba kwa ya share nedumana ye dear mom. Even when they score us, yes, you have to Toma as they want more, me as you have to. That is how the game is going to go. And it suits El Cholo, Diego Simeone in that kind of situation. And I don't see how Tottenham will be able to qualify against Atletico based on the first leg now. Of course, they're rich. The second game will probably be
Bayern.
No, the Bayern will be last because I think that
Liverpool got that right.
Let's touch on that. Rich, any game kitwa. Because Liverpool will have to come back. But Makacho will say the reason why, Rich, all of a sudden, Galatasaray decided to add Ike Gundogan, Leroy Sani, Victor Osimhen. Any those players are a personality was through is for moments like this, where in the past you can easily sit in your studio and say, oh, Galasha Liverpool won, our techie, but Omoko Anfield no Liverpool easy. Rich, in all honesty, even though you have confidence, in the context of the Champions League, Liverpool will do it. You have your reservations.
Sure, because Liverpool better than happen.
Yes, you have, and
the Liverpool
apart from that, Rich, you will know, they will be coming against a formidable Galatasaray team. And what personalities I bet me any Liverpool and Siakan. Liverpool is playing a very, very difficult game. And it's almost a show with Lucas Torreira and Mario Lemina. Physicality, boots, yen tackle, yen fair, Nancy, yen chat. No matter what, yen maximum balance. Rich, now you must any no along more wings with Victor Osimhen leading the lines. The ambassador Kenyan said, you trust Liverpool because it's Champions League. You trust Liverpool because Anfield. They have game changers. Iketike, Salah, Fulham Vets. They have players. But Rich, you still give room. Say Galatasaray ever presented a very, very formidable opposition to team friend Liverpool. That there is no doubt about it. The only thing I remember my side with Liverpool qualifying, and they say, Rich, see you do Champions League in this year. No matter how formidable you can be, no, Rich, one way not pedigree be, especially when everything is equal. You can say you game as Liverpool take a 1-0 until on aggregate 1-1. Game na ko second half. You do 78 minutes. You be book game now. Rich, then you need to dig deep and find your pedigree within the competition to come and rescue you. I'm sure at that time, no, Rich, say two teams singing air conjoa. Liverpool's own will listen to them because of our competition. That is the only reason why I am going to say Liverpool ever qualify. Mundo Deportivo front page, you know, I say game where Barcelona and Nhyira is crucial. And sports and so a front page, you say game number 1 is like a final. Rich. Any game, you know, any easy ma Barcelona sao.
Newcastle.
Yes. Any easy sa. Barcelona any overwhelming favorites, but any easy sa. Newcastle what it takes. Say a new man ma Barcelona, Rich, they will take advantage. Because they have what it takes at the end of because of Eddie Howe as a coach. Any the way I watch this Newcastle team, Rich, a team one our intensity, and see only a more game no high tempo. They are used to that. Number 2, Rich, a team in terms of physicality, and when they are parking so draws aggression. Only be, and on the day that they step onto Camp Nou, Barcelona want to beat them with intensity, control, physical. That is how we are built as a team. Then the last thing, Rich, Barcelona weakness are even on the day that they play absolutely fantastic. The pace behind on the defense. And this Newcastle team, imagine today, say already how you saw Obebo Anthony Gordon as the first number 9. Na Obo Harvey Barnes, na Obo Ramsey, or Elanga, or Murphy. Rich, any of the front 3 be Obo Paedibiano. And what it takes to say, doing the movements in the game. Say Newcastle Enya, a chance where there's a gap, our Barcelona highline a cheer. No pass properly Kotowa. They have players that can run to it. And see, Omo no mami ensa. Omo they train game no movement, you know. And say, and also the 2 in their movement, Rich, they have absolute all the characteristics to take advantage of it. But one, Barcelona call Spotify company back now. That place seems to be a fortress. Number 2, say about individual qualities, any game changers are. Say Barcelona Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, Ferran Torres, Pedri. These are players are rich. On a good day at Spotify Camp Nou, Barcelona helper results, Daniel Olmo, Fermin Lopez. Rich, they can win that game for Barcelona team now. And Newcastle, any team can see to Barcelona. So look, to boot these big class out of the Champions League, Rich, at a point in time they must fear you. Barca will never fear Newcastle. Sanke Milan be an eba with this same situation, same place. Obey cautious. Liverpool be obey cautious. Chelsea obey cautious. But Rich, for the fact that it is Newcastle, they don't have any fear factor. Be a Sankomu was Adiana, and the results from St. James wouldn't be 1-1. And that is where Barcelona probably will make it over Tima. Yefeno Newcastle Bayern will qualify. Now we say board air report still now is going to be Nicolas Jackson. And they barely did the lines, you know. So come Nicolas Jackson now I will call him. When must make a channel. the way he disappointed Bayern in the Leverkusen game. He share one. Now he pay card. Now we say no sakodi red card. On nama Bayern anti-Manchester Leverkusen. Into own your opportunity be more in the Champions League against Team from Atlanta at the Allianz Arena.
The first league is a chance to be palm.
Young crowd so. Otimi SN. Now Rich Medema no see no. The way Champions League ne omatch no.
Quarterfinals no.
The reason why my analysis and everything I tune to the teams I want them to qualify, and I say, Rich, let's look at the first part. So, said last season with Liverpool flamboyancy from the group stage is Paris Saint-Germain. Imagine Liverpool qualifies from this angle.
No, PSG, man.
It means there's a match. There's some scores to settle. Now, Uba Rich, in Pembry, Bayern look unbeatable, and it is Real Madrid. And it's a so who can test Real Madrid? Who can test Bayern? It is only if they meet, it will be nice. Then Rich, you go to the other side. And Chebia in the Spanish Copa del Rey semi-finals. Barcelona ni Atletico Asia. Ama Atletico yi Barcelona fumu ya. Imagine you set up a quarter-final Champions League for them. Say, oh, they are here in the Copa del Rey. Yeah, mama, another chance. Home and away. Munsantin Jinabim. That would be very, very exciting. Arsenal, any sporting club in Portugal here, they already have their dates. Now, Rich, I storylines, And then Mami Gidi say, Atletico must qualify, Barca must qualify, Liverpool must do whatever it takes. So, Omunyi Galatasaray for na afe so yenya a date of Real Madrid against Bayern. Or sa quarter final games. It's Rich. I am the Champions League ni besi. And the course Matna see the mean to me enko jina ho but metimi abobo na enkofo etimi afa already kwa wo socials na is there. It has been there till morning. My WhatsApp channel no, enemy Telegram, enemy me Facebook pages no, enemy X no. But for more mutie radio no, I have only 3 codes. First one a BW 468 C0 1E3 BW 468 C0 1E3. Second one a BW 468 C23 CE BW 468 C23 CE, and the last one a BW 468 C3809 BW 468 C3809. Oko Owusu Bempa Ayala LX a verified account. Unsa Ebeka code no. Oko Owusu Bempa Bismarck Owusu Bempa hyphen Ayala and also verified Facebook. Unsa Ebeka code no. Oko Ayala Sports Facebook unswa. Unsa ebitimi aka.
Even the rest of the 20 minutes in the Murphy na you made film common guest. I'll say the earlier the Chelsea owner boycott the so-called project. The better. Gradually, the project is sinking the image of the club. The better. I said there are better quality and mature players out there waiting. I guess that this message about Hannibal. So Liverpool will not qualify. Have watched the game already. Hey. There's a game that you know the car crying. I said no, can say PSG Chelsea 3.
Okay.
A Basel. It was not the game.
For score.
But on one person, I said Liverpool to qualify.
And John Goffon Cobet said, Galatasaray qualify.
Galatasaray Mumbai qualify.
But our correct scores on fan to swear.
And I said, can you
show no?
Yeah, can you show me
about try?
Sure. So, maybe I know what will be there.
Of course. Which will show now. Okay, be not a canacuma. I know this car to a chilly.
Because my cousin man power, but can't say PSG be Chelsea 3
no problem
so I'm say
and
ti bia no bibia
tie no nya gidi
e
no ko diska
into any ba say bia o Koresko bia
no bia nya sakusa
na ye na afi yentoa so exactly 2 months and ye bo AFCON ewie ye bo AFCON ewie no ye nimsem dada obi anim se Senegal energy AFCON no edisi omo na so na abra ye bo game no Senegal ye bebo ye mobiem it took Sadio Mane and impedimfo bi and a convince Senegal players na aka no omba park no so abra na referee odi a game na the penalty e dey ma e Morocco na Senegal for say dey bi that time a referee no e dey je penalty the timing any kwan na offer so je penalty no na omni referee no anya again nti omo so mobiem a it took Sadio Mane and impedimfo bi na a convince players no amomba back park no so bobo game no ye bo game no na Senegal as Morocco agi trophy no e dey esi omna so samaka ye bo AFCON no ye no this one committee at the rolling by Emma omomufu say on the day omama AFCON final no said any person enyemesi koda ankosa no this one committee no ruling no by na twoma so osho Senegal efe no a twoma so muntu asika bi the individual players be a trauma so oko Morocco at the same thing enu and still na no Morocco for so montom hase into omko appeal say this one committee no ruling no the ban no omne ruling no enya adwen and into appeal no entra se na omonso from ruling no emra ayabonten enra and finally CAF appeals board no and so at the ruling at the abana kesepana omina no na after controversy na ma say offer bia social media no so de eno an obia e discuss no Senegal ye say AFCON no moje edisi omina so no yen jimfru omnsam yen fama Morocco adani a am say emrana ye de bon AFCON no ohwe article 84 a Senegal for no bumra no so free park no so omumbobo ni biem na ekyomsa ba park no so bobo no omde amrano omhu se Senegal for the buso enti yenje air trophy no fu omnsam na yenhwe no se game na e course no Morocco mum ene share ye mo 3 goals because amrano abo Senegal for na so mo forfeit final na omso boy enti make say dia appeal board no say trophy na the ma Senegal are the champions for the 2025 no yenje sa trophy no every from said na yemfama Morocco asemi ba ne nipa dodo na atro madwen ebi so we de eyenim guase pa edema African football say ya bo competition awie ye bo wie 2 months ene ne na ye de trophy am obi dia qualify akọ celebrate ibibia awie ye obi akọ bodum say obi abumbre bi so nti on forfeit ama yan kwaje trophy no enfamfini nsem mfama nipa na enyo no ene share no ebi afi say look emra samra no ho say so bi ebu samra no so which is article 84 no near the samra no de abo Senegal dia nti ana amanfo se sabi eyenim guase adema African football o to me ha to any na do message no aba don't really na and as a really na free appeal board no aba no ono mo ya adwen ana ono mo enya adwen Bismarck o so mpa ya la mi sa she ensha se mfam free ho na really ni abai oni appeal board ni ya adwen ana ono mo nya adwen because any enim sem na no ho dia adentina this one committee no kwatena ase no omo antrigger samba ni amfa emna na ndi Senegal fo ya tena wa 2 months ni ne afeni ese enko dito of from them.
Okay. You see, let's be very, very honest with ourselves. Once a emran, it means nobody can be absolutely sure say only right.
So Nadia.
The interpretation of Emra vis-a-vis the Ekoso any Bibiano, which mostly in the bosom of the judge. another jury. And Obia can present ne understanding any the interpretation of the CN or the tutum rano na watimi advance or no argument in the opinion say based on the CN any the mrana can se mede tutu ani na me interpretate mrana meaning answer no mijiri say na was eko. And for instance, there are school of thoughts which are making very, very cogent arguments. First one, Rich, idea Senegal on that day was Ngwasia Papa. Bonibeka say unacceptable. Ujitumwa enye ye. Eninti edemisio die Senegal ye no se omo asotwe bia wo se de ma omo a ye ma omo asotwe a strict eninti no se uko CAF regulations na ebo AFCON ho brana the article 82 article 84 no ye apply the strict on Senegal strict. Senior Beya in Chidima ebe who say the moment a day be obisu be na so be gu African football anymore no omo for mundi until there are those people there. What's chale ayala emamu yen so sad we so the only no eyenim guase intimna no senior ye kan no na e wo na ya apply to them. Send a baby will be iron. I so obey be that here. I'm managing Mukraso one year. And let's set a precedent that is strict and harsh enough. Now, I'm running to me and set it as a deterrent to obey a Dachibi. On also by Jimmy who say obey good African football in the mass. That argument is also there.
I'm going to Article 82.
Yes.
Also, for any reason whatsoever, a team withdraws from the competition or does not report for a match or refuse to play or leaves the ground before the regular end of the match without the authorization of the referee, it shall be considered loser and shall be eliminated for a good from the current competition. The same shall apply for the team previously disqualified by decision of CAF.
Good. In Tinkofor say, look, 82 ne kind of clear. Say free grounds hoko na enye referee na authorize wa. Yen declare so for 50 game no. Na yen declare wa yes are the no loser.
Yeah.
Na opponent in man 3 goals 3 points. Inti sana afri na jatuma. So be it. Obia me di sem humbium our African football. That is one argument. Rich, the second argument is here. Omo argue second and say, I no cre Emrano is stated there, Senate ye. No. The interpretation of Emrano can't only be seen from the literal interpretation, Senate Yatronona. Nemum in law interpretation, there is something we call purposive. Purpose being tin ye Emrano. Se ote purpose ni tie hye mrana se a who interpret mrana ebemo when you a very, very good understanding of all the angles you must look at. Now for those who are arguing for the purposive interpretation of the law, which I side with Sanko follow, as I'm gonna say, mrano knowing football is an emotional sport. Inti when you bet me about protest bet me about. Enuntina yede to me ashe referees any match commissioners in some say that yebo game no they are the managers of the ebekoso obia. Enunti in the wisdom and the discretion of the referee say yebo game na tempest score higher na obimpo within some specific minutes aye na agin say na kuma akoso nti obi protest. by even walking off the pitch. Now, those people are arguing, say, Rich, when you read the rules, baby, ekasa about say walking out, no, does it talk about the pitch or the grounds? The specific word in the Emrano is grounds. Now, people are arguing, say, see a stadium, see a kobo gamer. Baby, around the legitimate places our stadium when you know deemed as the grounds of the stadium.
Pitch in the only no.
Yes, into pitch near grounds, dressing room near grounds, parking feature baby grounds yes see a kind of and until say if Senegal in their protest decided not to leave the stadium, which is the grounds, but went into the dressing room, they were still on the premises of the grounds. Number 2, referee now on managing game waited because they saw mediation. Anyway, they waited, including Morocco for now. Now, they also there were protests and mediation at El Koso because temperatures were high and Gofakuma Kosroniade. Now, Rich, within that protest came Senegal for no elbow back onto the pitch. Omuba back onto the pitch no. Say a man na was a plan is street here. And then Uncle Refi no also catch him say for the fact that man walking off the pitch. Namako dressing room. Medina article 82 so etumi. Medical losers of the game and have awarded 3 goals, 3 points to Morocco. But Omubayano, the referee did not apply Article 82. Morocco themselves, in good faith, and say based on Article 82, referee game, no, they accepted Senegal back onto the pitch.
The ball game twice.
Penalty na JT Senegal.
Boy.
I don't know no mubuafuno. The penalty was taken and mixed. Game ne twice so ama Senegal ko share in the extra time. Referee elbow final whistle say same match we Yapon and Yapon, you know, in the referee's match report, even though it will include all the protests in the normal course, you know, the referee final decision on the results is that boy Yapon and Senegal and a share el game him and Senegal and a winners of that match. Now since that process of referee pon game recorded same Emmanuel into the books of the match reporters and say Senegal the winners our game. No. People think say one a waive the right of Article 82. And my Article 82 application, you know, and you're so effective. Now, Rich, then the last argument goes with there's your social media for no and the tools, you know, talking about if a laws, you know, law 5 referee and to me. Now, for the purpose of this argument, let's read
5.1. No.
The authority of the referee and 5.2. 5.1 say each match is controlled by a referee who has full authority to enforce the laws of the game in connection with the match. 5.2 decision of the referee. Decisions will be made to the best of the referee's ability according to the laws of the game and the spirit of the game, and will be based on the opinion of the referee who has the discretion to take appropriate action within the framework of the laws of the game. You express your discretion within. See, I can't say within a manual, but what's a manual? Within a manual, there will be actions, interventions. As a referee, you must observe and within all the corners exercise or discretion. Now, Rich, then the last part, let's say, the decision of the referee regarding facts connected with play, including whether or not a goal is scored, and the results of the match are final. the decision of the referee and all other match officials must always be respected.
Finito.
And unti a normal course and go for walking off pitch in it, but Rich, in the discretion of the referee, those were things maybe to me I can want some. Indeed, you can want some. I'm giving it to us. And this was the result of the game. And man, say, a do sad manner within the framework of the law. Now, you can want some. The referee won a discretion within it, and the decisions are final. Into which maybe I subscribe to the second school of thought.
Okay.
And me did say, Senegal, Senoma, they will go to CAS and persuade this case. Rich, they have a very, very good case.
Macho, Yabasisia.
Bema wo Jones.
Yabo AFCON ni wie no nim sem dada obi nim se Senegal energy AFCON no edisi omo enaso na abra yabo game no Senegal yebabo ye mobiem it took Sadio Mane and impedimfo bi and a convince Senegal players na aka no omba park no so abra na referee odi a game na je penalty e dey ma e Morocco na Senegal for nsi dey bi as that time a referee no at the penalty the timing any kwanya no offer so penalty no na omni referee no anya ganti omo yeso mu bi ma it took Sadio Mane and impedimfo bi na a convince players no amomba back park no so bobo game no ye bo game no na Senegal as Morocco agi trophy no at the esiom na so samaka ye bo AFCON no ye no this one committee at the rolling by Emma omo mu fu say on the day Oma AFCON final said the near person and Yamasi na anko no this one committee ruling no by near Choma so Osha Senegal Elfenua a Choma so Munchesi bi the individual players be a Choma so Oko Morocco at the same thing. And I still na no Morocco for some to Muhasi into Amuko appeal say this one committee ruling no the by no omne ruling no enya and into appeal no entrance na omonso from ruling no emra ayabonten and finally CAF appeals board no and so at the ruling at the abana kesepana omena no na after controversy na must say offer bia social media no so there enwa no bia e discuss no Senegal say AFCON no moje edisi omena so no yen jimfu omensam yen fama ayemboroko adania I'm say Emrana Yadebo AFCON no Osha article 84 Senegal for no boom so we free park and so omu bobo ni biem na echi sa ba park and so bobo no omu de Emrano omu say Senegal for no buso enti yenje air trophy ni fu omensam na yen hwe say game na e course no e Morocco mum e na share ye mo 3 goals because Emrano abo as Senegal for na so mo forfeit air final na omo so boy and enti make say dia appeal board no say trophy na the man Senegal are the champions for the 2025 no yenji sa trophy no every few months na yemfama e Morocco asemi ba ne nipa dodo na atro magen ebi so we die eyenim guase pa edema African football say ya bo competition awie ye bo wie 2 months and ne na ye the trophy am obi dia qualify akọ celebrate ibibia awie ye obi akọ
CAF Champions League final Esperance in a work
okay
it's the same thing it's a work Moroccan club yeah but final and work it off so at Papa Gasama you know declare game you know winners for Esperance now work for there some call this committee is you referee now declare game you know one day one now reference once you walk off my trigger article 82 into game no maji ama Esperance CAF this committee by almost game no say yam kobo replay you know Esperance there some to call Cass. And Cass came and said the referee's discretion on that time and the application must be respected. Omuji trophy de my Esperance. 2019 year of CAF Champions League. Okay. Tell me once I be assess CBMA. They are not learning their lessons and probably CAF must step in and do the right thing for African football. But San America can remedy. Rich, you can't be absolutely say you are right. Inti, you know how a case, ABC a correct zone deodorant, a bon by 72 hours. Michelle, so would you now produce spray their go to more? Mano, any deodorants are free. Rexona 72 hours they be a bon who buying a free bacteria and M50 no into different end to umpo and a manka about home and my look fresh among home a sham to your confident baby a ube rebiano baby I told you run to be our Rexona and so tompo ubenya be at a name open the door na only daddy ash edinsa was okwa doom market wa Mrs. Anoche Plaza building in opposite Boss FM one. Daddy Ash, Hobbit, my friend Daddy Ash 0531013881 0531013881. Obet Miswako Beauty Glow or 2 shops doom PZ and pharmacy Kayetia opposite gate 8. So building a CBG woman now and so honum. Open seminal locks at the Jarea and also on Sabit Miakabia any newly refreshed a sham a poor a very very good for her skin. Number one kasa unsa empower the seminar papa and so a baby at all seminar bia akwa unsa ebetimi akam nemo so no do to anwa free prince our 0240 219 191 0240 219 191 na unsa etimi aka wo locks seminar ni bi say liver for nakasa na bese onu omudi nkoma 0543384958 0543384958 bet we se koswane twa bet e wo mo ho o chise bet wi a wo code na da bet na wo twa no so no share ma for code no intwa bet na munyina mo share in your code and more happiness of winning together na mo code ni o dia na nko the code no twa bet no onso bet we e wa chede kama e de ma e sike do piem no obeboni bi na odi ama eno ena ma ye bet we mo bet influencer undi 18 years ya agudi onka ho na mo we di 18 years ya mra ma ho kwan se otimi twa bet na mo o bet ya na wa bet responsibly bet we or get way more.
Yako na yeko me we Patricia Asida Williams. And Patricia, I have 5 years today. But happy birthday. Nyamin Shaupa, Nini Be Penimpa. Na Ebusia Anya so emphaso mame our UK Juliet. Or say Yami show happy birthday. Patricia, Asida Williams, I have 5 years. And that's for information. Na enkofa adomkase na mama yeba mo menu dada. Se obra atuan midweek edition no ebeto so edi amam yakram na nyame adoma. Ebe sign mo achia.